So we're gonna get some stuff here. All right. Perfect. Hello, everybody. Looks like we may have an issue with Facebook pages today. So I don't know if you guys are able to see me on the Simply She Facebook page, but hopefully you are. And if you aren't, then you can always catch the replay of the live on LinkedIn or Instagram. But hi, everybody. Today we're going to be talking about consistent lead generation in your coaching business. This is a topic that I love discussing, and so we're going to kind of break down a few things that you need to make that happen today. So the key elements you need to be able to turn leads into clients within your lead generation strategy as a coach or as a consultant. So please feel free to drop your questions in the chat or your comments, and we can discuss them here if you're here live, or if you're watching the replay. Go ahead and still comment on the video, and I will make sure to respond to you. So I want to talk about lead generation and how it's an extremely important part of any business. And I think you need to develop a system that allows you to generate leads for your coaching and consulting business every day. Hey, Sonia, how are you? So you, when your business grows, right, you have the ability to convert leads every day for one of your products, aka make money in your sleep, right? You will also know exactly what you need to do in order to get more clients and hold at a steady state. So that's why it's important to have a strong lead generation strategy in place. Hey there, Brittany, how are you? So it's important to learn and test which marketing activities produce results, what kind of results, etc. It's not random. Don't try to circumvent this process, guys. Like, don't try to get out of like doing this part. Coaches and consultants, I feel like, go wrong here because you like don't want to see what works and what doesn't, and so you never really end up finding what's going to work for you. Like, you never really end up doing that. Um, Also, if you never completely learn this process, it's always going to feel difficult, and you won't understand really and truly how to make any money in your business, right? So I teach my clients the full process inside the Brand Builder Blueprint because you need consistent lead generation in your business in order to keep your business going. If you're not consistently generating leads, getting clients will always be a struggle. Okay. There are many different ways to generate leads, and that's what we actually learn inside the Brand Builder Blueprint. So there's no like one magic strategy that you'll use to generate leads in your business. We actually learn a couple of them inside the Brand Builder Blueprint. But just know that we need to be working on generating some leads. So let's talk about that in detail for just a second. In order to generate leads, you have to market your business, right? Um, have to market your business. There's no way around this actual first step, right? If you are not intentionally creating brand awareness about your business in some kind of a way, you will not have clients. Okay. So let's talk about the three elements to consistent lead generation that you need to consider. The first is clear and magnetic messaging. The second is an irresistible offer. And the third is consistency, right? Clear and magnetic messaging is number one. Number two, irresistible offer. Number three, consistency. So, clear and magnetic messaging. Um, your messaging is going to be a part of your marketing strategy, right? Your marketing strategy involves getting the word out about your business. You have to participate in the activity of marketing, whether it's on or off social media. Okay. Having social media profiles and a website is a virtual asset and a piece of virtual real estate. Having a flyer or a business card or something physical is a physical asset for your business. It is not marketing. It is not your marketing, okay? So having social media profiles and a website, it's a virtual asset or a piece of virtual real estate. Having a flyer or a business card or something physical to, or club card, whatever, to market your business is a physical asset. It is not your marketing, okay? I had to say that twice. So having these things, these are the tools that you use to leverage your activity of marketing. That's the first thing, right? Those are tools that you use to be able to leverage your activity of marketing, right? Market your business. That sentence has a verb in it, right? Meaning it dictates action, action that you are taking to get the word out about your business, okay? So think about it this way. This is a great example, right? Let's say that you buy a house and you want to have a housewarming, right? And you want people to come to your housewarming, right? But you don't give people your address or tell them when the housewarming is going to be. You don't tell them what they need to bring. And so, yeah, who's coming to the housewarming? No one, right? No one's going to come. We could get into a discussion of what if you don't have a house, meaning like no website or no landing page or anything like that. I won't go there today. So now imagine if you had this house and you moved every 2 to 3 weeks or every month and you just kept inviting people to this housewarming, but it's literally like catch me if you can, right? You're doing like a pop-up housewarming here. It's like, oh, pop-up housewarming, be there, be square. We're here tonight. If you know, you know. Like, no, 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 no. That is literally like that's like what it's like when you change your messaging and your target market and your offers every 2 to 3 weeks. That's literally what it's like. People are trying to catch up with you or like trying to figure out what it is that you're doing. People can't keep up. And honestly, if it's me, like if I can't find your house the first time, I'm not coming. I'm not coming back. Like if I get lost, that's it. Like, so you lost me. So how does this translate to your coaching and your consulting business? Clarity in your messaging is everything. Clarity in your messaging is everything. If people cannot understand who you are, what you do, how you can help, they won't be drawn in. Okay. If they can't find you, they can't find you. They don't even get the opportunity, right? Like they don't even get the opportunity to even determine if they could work with you because they could never find you, right? So then if they do find you, they need to be able to understand, okay, yes, this is what I've been looking for. And yes, this is the right person to help me solve my problem, AKA it's magnetic, right? Hey, Lisa, how are you? Right? So just keep those things in mind. That's clarity and magnetic messaging. The second is having an irresistible offer. So let's talk about your offer, right? So you need to have something that your target market actually wants and needs. Okay. Here are signs your target market is not even interested in your offer. No one's downloading it. People are confused by what it is. People ask questions and they still don't download it, right? If you can't give something away for free, chances are it's not messaged properly and or your target market doesn't want it. It doesn't mean it's not valuable, right? It just means your target market isn't interested in this particular thing. So here's where coaches get into trouble or consultants get into trouble. They just create something random just to have a freebie, and it has nothing to do with their signature offer, their signature program. Okay, you have to create products that your ideal client um, wants and needs, and also leads them to becoming closer to working with you. Otherwise, what happens is you start to attract people that aren't really interested in your coaching or your consulting offer, meaning like they thought it was one thing, but then when they start to have the conversation with you, it's another thing entirely, right? And so because they don't see what you have and like how that aligns with what they want and need, they're not going to do business with you. Okay? So if you don't have your coaching program or your consulting offer fleshed out yet, that's probably why you're having difficulty attracting your ideal client consistently, right? Because the messaging is not consistent and then you don't have an offer that really is speaking to your ideal client. And every time you make changes to that main offer, you probably are going to have to redo some things or move some things around with your lower tier offerings, right? That's why I'm adamant about helping my clients through this process and making sure that their signature program validates and is on point, because creating and recreating is frustrating, right? Small tweaks here and there, not so much, because you're going to have to do that over time. Let's be real. You're going to have to make changes to your program over time. But like not having a clear picture of what you want to do in the beginning makes that recreation process of those tweaks a lot worse and more expensive. So you want an irresistible offer from the start that is bringing you your ideal clients on a daily basis, and you just have to work to nurture them and move them to the next step in the process. So the other place where I see coaches and consultants go wrong is they start to market their business and they don't have anything to direct people to. So like there's no type of social media, no type of website, no type of way to capture the information. So no lead magnet, essentially. And you're basically wasting the traffic that you are getting. And this actually is a part of your business strategy, right? It's going to lead people to your main coaching offer. That's where you want to drive them to. But if you have no way of moving them along in the process, then you're losing the people who be potentially be a great fit for your coaching program or to work with as a consultant. That's why I'm a proponent of having a product suite, more than one offer at different levels. So when we talk about generating leads, though, I'm a proponent of actually having free as well as low ticket. I think it's you use different ones at different times, and also typically when people have more skin in the game, they're more likely to move to the next step. And then there's also an expectation of exchange in value, not just that you're giving away something for free, right? But again, freebies, in my opinion, are still valuable if done right. Doesn't mean people won't buy from you, but it still has to be something that they want. Okay, so just because it's free doesn't mean you can just slap anything together. It's also your way to increase your brand awareness as well and showcase your expertise. So it makes people want to move to the next step with you, spend some more time with you if it's done right. So you need to have these two things working for you all the time, easily accessible by your target market, and you market them often, right? When you are doing the activity of marketing, you have those things at your disposal, right? And they're it's accessible to your target market all the time. Remember the house example. If nobody can find you, right? If nobody can find you and nobody understands what you're doing, they're less likely to move forward and actually work with you. The third element of this, guys, is consistency, right? The last element, often misunderstood and also underrated. See, a lot of coaches and consultants get discouraged by trying something once or even a week or maybe even a month, and it doesn't necessarily work for them. And there could be so many different reasons why it doesn't work. I just gave you a whole host of reasons about why things may not be working. um, Especially if your messaging is unclear, you don't actually have an offer, you don't understand like what to do specifically both on and off social media to bring people to you. You don't have any systems in place. There could be a lot of things, right? Could be a lot of things. But then you don't make any changes. You just keep doing that same thing over and over and over, right? So never change anything or try anything different, and all of a sudden all of social media doesn't work, and you aren't meant to be a coach and you aren't meant to be a consultant. But look, let me tell you something, guys. Newsflash: this is business. Like, and I always say that coaching and entrepreneurship are two different things. Everything is not going to work for you the first time, the second time, the third time, the fourth time. It could be a lot of times, y'all. It could be a lot of times. Like, Thomas Edison failed over 1,000 times trying to make the light bulb. 1,000. 1,000 times before he got it right. How many times are you willing to actually try until you see success? Right? Like, I don't know. I can't answer that question for you, but just think like, just because it didn't work for you doesn't mean that it doesn't work for you. The thing that you tried doesn't work. And so just keep that in the forefront of your mind when you're thinking about like, oh my gosh, this particular thing isn't working, right? It's, you have to try again and probably try a little bit different strategy to make it work. But consistency above all is important in lead generation, meaning you need to be consistently showing up, marketing your program in the place where your ideal client is, right? That could also be an issue. And then eventually you automate that process so that you can generate leads daily. But it all starts with those particular elements, right? It starts with having clarity in messaging and having your messaging be magnetic. It starts with having some type of an irresistible offer. And then it all's wrapped up with consistency. Are you consistently doing that? If you market your business today and we don't see you again for like 2 months, that's not being consistent. And that's not going to bring you clients in your coaching or your consulting business. So just remember that. Just remember that. So if you have any questions, any comments, guys, let me know. Go ahead and drop those into the chat. Just gonna check real quick on Insta. Oh, Brittany says she's okay. Hope all is well. Yes, all is well with me. Thank you so much for joining. Any questions, guys? Anything at all? And like I said, if you do have any, then feel free to drop them into the chat or the comment section, and I will. If you're watching this later as well, I will respond back to you. But if you're interested in learning how to generate leads daily in your coaching or your consulting business, so that you can enroll people in your coaching program or land more consulting clients, you want to replace your 9 to 5 or your freelance income, then you should apply for the Brand Builder Blueprint. The link to do that is in the description of this live if you're watching me on Facebook, LinkedIn, or YouTube. And if you're watching me on Instagram, then it's the link via the link in my bio. But I'm hosting a live private training on Monday, December the 12th at 1:30 p.m. where I'll be breaking down exactly how to do this. And all you have to do is click the link to be able to apply so that you can attend the training. Okay, so make sure you do that. If you're interested in learning how you can grow your coaching or your consulting business. That's it, guys. That's all I got. I don't see any questions. I'm going to go ahead and sign off. And if you want to connect with me, you can connect me on Facebook at iSimplyShe. On LinkedIn, I am at Crystal Vernay. YouTube is at iSimplyShe. And then on Instagram, I'm at I_simply_she. So feel free to shoot me a DM if you have questions or respond to the comments. And yeah, I will see you guys. I'm actually going to be going live on Thursday, so stay tuned for that. So I'll see you guys back here real soon. Take care. Have a great rest of your day.